Section 1. From the book of Genesis. Adam knew his wife again. She gave birth to a son and named him Seth. For God has granted me another child instead of Abel, for Cain killed him. A son was also born to Seth, and he named him Enosh. Then men began to call on the name of Forever One. This is the book of the generations of Adam. In the day that God created man, he created him in God's likeness. He created them male and female, and blessed them, and called their name Adam, in the day when they were created. Adam lived 130 years, and became the father of a son in his own likeness, after his image, and named him Seth. After he became the father of Seth, the days of Adam were 800 years, and he became the father of other sons and daughters. All the days that Adam lived were 930 years, and then he died. Seth lived 105 years and became the father of Enosh. After he became the father of Enosh, Seth lived 807 years and became the father of other sons and daughters. All the days of Seth were 912 years, and then he died. Enosh lived 90 years and became the father of Canaan. After he became the father of Canaan, Enosh lived 815 years and became the father of other sons and daughters. All the days of Enosh were 905 years, and then he died. Canaan lived 70 years and became the father of Mahalalel. After he became the father of Mahalalel, Canaan lived 840 years and became the father of other sons and daughters. And all the days of Canaan were 910 years, and then he died. Mahalalel lived 65 years and became the father of Jared. After he became the father of Jared, Mahalalel lived 830 years and became the father of other sons and daughters. All the days of Mahalalel were 895 years, and then he died. Jared lived 162 years and became the father of Enoch. After he became the father of Enoch, Jared lived 800 years and became the father of other sons and daughters. All the days of Jared were 962 years, and then he died. Section 2. From the book of Joshua. So Joshua rose up early in the morning and brought Israel near by their tribes. The tribe of Judah was selected. He brought near the family of Judah, and he selected the family of the Zerahites. He brought near the family of the Zerahites, man by man, and Zabdi was selected. He brought near his household, man by man, and Achan, the son of Carmi, the son of Zabdi, the son of Zerah, of the tribe of Judah, was selected. Joshua said to Achan, "My son, please give glory to Forever One, the God of Israel, and make confession to him. Tell me now what you have done. Don't hide it from me." Achan answered Joshua and said, "I have truly sinned against Forever One, the God of Israel, and this is what I have done. When I saw among the small a beautiful Babylonian robe, 200 shekels of silver, and a wedge of gold weighing 50 shekels, then I coveted them and took them. Behold, they are hidden in the ground in the middle of my tent, with the silver under it." So Joshua sent messengers, and they ran to the tent. Behold, it was hidden in his tent, with the silver under it. They took them from the middle of the tent and brought them to Joshua and to all the children of Israel. They laid them down before Forever One. Joshua and all Israel with him took Achan the son of Zerah, the silver, the robe, the wedge of gold, his sons, his daughters, his cattle, his donkeys, his sheep, his tent, and all that he had, and they brought them up to the valley of Achor. Joshua said, "Why have you troubled us? Forever One will trouble you today." All Israel stoned him with stones, and they burned them with fire and stoned them with stones. They raised over him a great heap of stones that remains to this day, for everyone turned from the fierceness of his anger. Therefore the name of that place was called the Valley of Achor to this day. For everyone said to Joshua, "Don't be afraid, neither be dismayed. Take all the people of war with you, and arise, go up to Ai. Behold, I have given into your hand the king of Ai, with his people, his city, and his land. You shall do to Ai and her king as you did to Jericho and her king, except its spoil and its livestock you shall take for a plunder for yourselves. Set an ambush for the city behind it." So Joshua arose, and all the people of war, to go up to Ai. Joshua chose 30,000 men, the mighty men of valor, and sent them out by night. He commanded them, saying, "Behold, you shall lie in ambush against the city, behind the city. Don't go very far from the city, but all of you be ready. I and all the people who are with me will approach to the city. It shall happen, when they come out against us, as at the first, that we will flee before them. They will come out after us, until we have drawn them away from the city. For they will say, 'They flee before us, like the first time.' So we will flee before them, and you shall rise up from the ambush and take possession of the city, for forever one your God will deliver it into your hand. It shall be, when you have seized on the city, that you shall set the city on fire. You shall do this according to the word of forever one. Behold, I have commanded you." Joshua sent them out, and they went to set up the ambush, and stayed between Bethel and Ai, on the west side of Ai. But Joshua stayed among the people that night. Joshua rose up early in the morning, mustered the people, and went up, he and the elders of Israel, before the people to Ai. All the people, even the men of war who were with him, went up and drew near, and came before the city, and encamped on the north side of Ai. Now there was a valley between him and Ai. He took about 5,000 men, and set them in ambush between Bethel and Ai, on the west side of the city. So they set the people, even all the army who was on the north of the city, and their ambush on the west of the city. And Joshua went that night into the midst of the valley. Section 3, from the first book of Chronicles. Abraham became the father of Isaac. The sons of Isaac were Esau and Israel. The sons of Esau were Eliphaz, Reuel, and Jeush, and Jalam and Korah. The sons of Eliphaz were Teman and Omar, Zephi and Katam, Kenaz and Timnah, and Amalek. The sons of Reuel were Nahath, Zerah, Shammah, and Mitzah. The sons of Seir were Lotan, and Shobal, and Zibeon, and Amma, and Dishon, and Ezer, and Dishan. The sons of Lotan were Hori and Homam, and Timnah was Lotan's sister. The sons of Shobal were Alian, and Manahath, and Ebal, Shaphi, and Onam. The sons of Zibeon were Aya and Anna. The sons of Anna was Dishon. The sons of Dishon were Hamran, and Eshban, and Ithran, and Cheran. The sons of Ezer were Bilhan, Zaavan, and Jaakan. The sons of Dishan were Uz and Aram. Now these are the kings who reigned in the land of Edom, before there reigned any king over the children of Israel. Bela, the son of Beor, and the name of his city was Dinhabah. Bela died, and Jobab, the son of Zerah of Bozrah, reigned in his place. Jobab died, and Husham of the land of the Temanites reigned in his place. Husham died, and Hadad, the son of Bedad, who struck Midian in the field of Moab, reigned in his place. And the name of his city was Avith. Hadad died, and Samlah of Mazrekah reigned in his place. Samlah died, and Shaul of Rehoboth by the river reigned in his place. Shaul died, and Baal Hanan, the son of Achbor, reigned in his place. Baal-Hanan died, and Hadad reigned in his place, and the name of his city was Pai, and his wife's name was Mehetabel, the daughter of Matred, the daughter of Mezahab. Hadad died. The chiefs of Edom were Chief Timnah, Chief Aliah, and Chief Jetheth, Chief Oholibamah, Chief Elah, Chief Pinon, Chief Kenaz, Chief Teman, Chief Mibzar, Chief Magdiel, Chief Iram. These are the chiefs of Edom. These are the sons of Israel: Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, Dan, Joseph, Benjamin, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. The sons of Judah were Onan, and Shelah, which three were born to him of Shua's daughter, the Canaanitess. Judah's firstborn, was wicked in the sight of everyone, and he killed him. Tamar, his daughter-in-law, bore him Perez and Zerah. All the sons of Judah were 5. The sons of Perez were Hezron and Hamul. The sons of Zerah were Zimri, and Ethan, and Heman, and Kalkol, and Dara, 5 of them in all. The son of Carmi was Achar, the troubler of Israel, who committed a trespass in the devoted thing. The son of Ethan was Azariah. Section 4, from the book of Matthew. You have heard that it was said, an eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth. But I tell you, don't resist him who is evil, but whoever strikes you on your right cheek, turn to him the other also. If anyone sues you to take away your tunic, let him have your cloak also. Whoever compels you to go 1 mile, go with him 2. Give to him who asks you, and don't turn away him who desires to borrow from you. You have heard that it was said, you shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I tell you, love your enemies. Bless those who curse you. Do good to those who hate you, and pray for those who mistreat you and persecute you, that you may be children of your Father who is in heaven. For he makes his sun to rise on the evil and the good, and sends rain on the just and the unjust. For if you love those who love you, what reward do you have? Don't even the tax collectors do the same? If you only greet your friends, what more do you do than others? Don't even the tax collectors do the same? Therefore, you shall be perfect, just as your Father in heaven is perfect. Be careful that you don't do your charitable giving before men to be seen by them, or else you have no reward from your Father who is in heaven. So when you do merciful deeds, don't sound a trumpet before yourself, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may get glory from men. Most certainly, I tell you, they have received their reward. But when you do merciful deeds, don't let your left hand know what your right hand does, so that your merciful deeds may be in secret. Then your Father, who sees in secret, will reward you openly. When you pray, you shall not be as the hypocrites, for they love to stand and pray in the synagogues and in the corners of the streets, that they may be seen by men. Most certainly, I tell you, they have received their reward. But you, when you pray, enter into your inner room, and having shut your door, pray to your Father who is in secret, and your Father who sees in secret will reward you openly. In praying, don't use vain repetitions as the Gentiles do, for they think that they will be heard for their much speaking. So don't be like them, for your Father knows what things you need before you ask him. Pray like this: Our Father in heaven, may your name be kept holy. Let your kingdom come. Let your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, as we also forgive our debtors. Bring us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. For yours is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen.